All right. Super limited time limit right now. But I figure any video is better than no video. So check this out. Jump right into it. Um, Somebody hit me up on a question. Somebody subscribed to me, um, Tim Green, and they asked me a question. Thank you, Tim Green, out there in YouTube universe, another brother that has jumped on to regain his powers. He put, how do I contact and how do I manifest a female version of myself to acquire higher levels of intelligences? Um, I don't know. I think what this person was trying to say is, yeah, how do I manifest a female version of myself to acquire higher levels of intelligence? I hope that's what you meant to say. If not, hit me back up again and I'll address it. But all right, how do you contact female version of yourself? I did say in another video, one of my past videos, I went into how about we have, what video was that? That was in the video that was on, damn man, hold up. Something about, all right, I can't find it right now. I'm wasting time. It was the 39th video that I went into about being summoned from other realities. And I don't know, once I start talking, sometimes I forget things that I went into because I be talking about so many things. But I do remember somewhere in one video I went into about how we all are male and female at the same time. So if you want to know how to contact another portion of yourself, that we're all male and there is no male and female, first of all. And I know that sounds crazy because we're in a reality and you may be a male or a female, but these are just forms that we've taken on. We create these vessels based on, how do I say, a preference, just personal preferences. If you're a man, you want to be a man for your own reasons. That's for you to figure out why, what challenges in this reality that you go through and what things you enjoy and what things might seem difficult from that perspective as a man's point of view. You might be a woman. You may have taken on the form and created your vessel in the form of a woman to take on certain challenges or maybe to experience things that you couldn't experience in a male physical body, such as the joy of giving birth and nursing and having children, things like that, that you can't experience with a physical male body. So, but you got to remember, we're actually sexless. And what I mean by that is the soul does not differentiate between male and female. There's no male souls or female souls. These are just things that we take on, just like clothes that we put on. You know, I want to wear this jacket because I like this jacket. That's it. It's not so deep. Nothing really deep about it. Now, of course, creating a physical body and manifesting a physical vessel is much deeper than just putting on a jacket, but I'm just using that, to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. So yeah, you don't have to try too hard, man. You don't have to try too hard because since we already have these other lives that we're living simultaneously, all you need to do is go within. You need to start trying to use those inner senses, starting off with psychological time, which simply is close your eyes, focus on the darkness behind your eyes. And from there, you just take it easy. Focus on the darkness, relax. And this has happened to everybody. A lot of people say, no, not me, but when they think more about it, they're like, yeah, it's true. When I'm trying to go to sleep at night, or even when I just close my eyes for a while, if you really pay attention, you start getting imagery from behind your eyes. You'll start pulling in sounds. You'll start hearing voices, conversations. A lot of these are telepathic. Some of them are, what's the word I'm looking for? Telepathic. I can't think of it right now because I'm in a rush. But yeah, you may be getting glimpses of future probabilities or current probabilities, which actually there is no future. Everything's happening right now. So it's up to you to figure it out with experience. But once you close your eyes and go within, you will start to realize that you're picking up imagery and you're picking up information from other realms. Now, if you want to contact this female version of yourself, all you need to do is focus on that energy. You see, when it comes to energy, everything makes up its own how do I say it? Destination points. So what I mean by that is like, if you believe you have this female portion of yourself, and you do, we all do, but if you believe you have this so-called female version, you simply think about that. Think of, where is she right now? What is her reality like? You have to get in with it too. You can't just sit back and say, okay, female version, contact me. You have to feel deep within yourself, where is this portion of yourself at currently at the moment? And when you start to focus on that, it shoots out, that thought form and that energy shoots out, and it makes its own pathways to that reality. So you don't have to sit down and think, all right, maybe she's in this destination, 48 degrees southwest, not like that. Your energy cuts through time and space. You cut through time and space. We're not even in time and space right now, but, you know, when you think of things like that, it makes its own pathways and goes its own way and cuts straight through to the source of what you're trying to contact. So, and this applies to anyone for whatever you're trying to focus on, whether you want to think about contacting that male portion of yourself, that female portion of yourself. But just remember, at the end of the day, it doesn't even matter, because these are all just different expressions of the soul, which is you. You're the soul. So different expressions of yourself that you choose to take on. All right, so I'm going to leave it at that for now as far as that goes. If you want more information or anything else you want to talk about, just hit me up on YouTube. Moving right along. All right, got a few minutes here. A brother of mine, another fellow brother, multidimensional brother, hit me up on Facebook. I'm not going to give his name for obvious reasons, but I will share the deep information this brother came through with. And hit me up, and see, this is when you know you're starting to tap into some deep stuff. I'm going to just read you portions of it. But what he got was, here's a sample of it. He wrote down, the human race has written down in religious, cultural, and folkloric format numerous accounts of real events that have taken place throughout millennia. The events in question deal with personalities appearing out of nowhere with supernatural powers of all kinds and bringing a message to the people. They've been called angels or messengers, but here is the angle of revelation given to me. These are personalities like you and me, multidimensional minded personalities, who have traveled to our so-called past and have kicked up dirt as they please, meaning, not causing problems, but, getting shit stirred up, stirring the pot, mixing it up, shaking the status quo. And, all right, where was I kicked up dirt. Yeah, as they please, seeding knowledge and also children, flesh and blood offspring. Now it was revealed to me that these personalities had children and raised them up, and their children ruled the earth literally. Now when pharaohs would say that they are the offsprings of the gods, they weren't far from the truth, but the so-called gods were multidimensional personalities from a different timeline, but were revered as gods because of their knowledge and power, of course. Now the amazing thing is that those of us who know ourselves have literally the power to change history as we see fit. Literally, it was revealed to me that the stories of the gods are actually the acts of the speakers. If you want to know about the speakers, just go to my videos, go back, and you see me getting down with the speakers. Who are the speakers? Check the video. You might be a speaker and not even know it. But that's real heavy shit. All right. Speakers. I believe that this is a bleed-through from a future self of mine that's kicking up dirt in other realms in a like manner, seeding knowledge and having flesh and blood offspring and raising them up. And then he went into some stuff about me, which I'll leave out. But he did say one thing, like, I made a video way back, I don't remember which one it was, but an important point that he was able to download to himself. He's saying he's inclined to believe that in those realms where I have, and anyone else, but he's talking about me, but it could be anybody, where we've manifested ourselves, the inhabitants of those realms have written down information as part of their history. And all right, let me just get into this. What I'm talking about is this, right? I made a video once saying how we go into other realities all the time. Every time we enter a reality, it could be a dreaming reality, so-called astral child reality, whatever reality you're in that's not physical, and you're going through the use of your inner senses, psychological time, and so on and so forth. when you break through, it's not just like, all right, yeah, I had this experience, I went in a dream and I arrived, and you are just as an outsider as if anything, as if a UFO came into this reality. When if a UFO is seen in this reality, or a ghost or any strange entity, we immediately freak out. We're like, whoa, what the hell is that? And it changes the consciousness of the people because it makes them aware that there's other things going on in the universe and in all realities. So when we enter these other states of reality, it is actually shocking a lot of times to the inhabitants of these realms. And when we leave out, they write down in their history books about what they saw. So when you look back at time, this is what this brother was tapping into. I got into this in another video. When you look back at time, right, so-called time, there was always things happening in the past. And then the inhabitants during those official timelines of consciousness, they'll be like, oh yeah, the gods came down from Olympus, the gods did this, the gods did that, demons did this, demons did that. That was nothing more than, so there's a lot of things happening. One type, you had bleed through some other realities. So you had individuals who blundered and kind of like unknowingly crossed over temporarily into another reality. The inhabitants of that reality saw this shit, and they're just like, whoa, what's that? What's going on? And it affected them on a deep consciousness level. Consciousness. I'm stuttering here, shit. I'm getting so excited. The energy's flowing, man. I get hyper. It's like, I gotta let this out. Anyway, now back to the story. So we let this information, we cross into these realities. Well, these entities cross into these realities, right, in our timeline. And when the inhabitants of the time saw it, they wrote these down in their history books as if, the gods of Olympus, the demons of the underworld, all this shit. But, like I said, sometimes it could have been by accident, sometimes it could have been on purpose. Other realms of reality, so-called scientists, but of their realities, finding out ways to access other realities, temporarily crossing over. And with those abilities, of course, they could be mistaken as gods or demons or devils or whatever have you, right? Another type could be, so what I'm looking for. All right, focus. Yeah, so we had that type, people crossing over from other realities, and it was something else I wanted to say, but I just lost it. But basically, it's the same shit, man. When we go into these other realities, they write these things down as if we're the gods. Oh, that's what I was going to say. See, got it. Inner voice, inner self came in. So the speakers, when they will come into these realities, right, the inhabitants of those realities, I told you before, everything is energy. So we see what fits within our realm of belief and with the paradigms, systems of belief that we have. So just say if during a time a speaker came through and the people didn't see the speaker's original form, they saw the form that they basically wanted to see, that fit within their frame of reference, their belief system. So they would see an Olympian god, or they might see a demon, or they might see anything, an alien, a fairy. Any of these things that would fit within their paradigm of belief, that's what they would decode the information of, and that's the form it would take. So, quite naturally, if these beings and the speakers, if we came into these realities, we would be seen as gods and treated as gods because we're operating outside of that official line of consciousness with our abilities, and that seems very godlike. So, yeah, back to us. Every night when you go to sleep, or so-called sleep, when you have these dreams, you cross over. When you come back, you think, oh, well, it's over. That was just a crazy-ass dream. But no, a lot of times, from their perspective, the dream world, or those other realities, characters, and entities and personalities, they start writing shit down. Like, yo, man, this crazy guy came through. He had these tattoos on him, these skull rings, and turned into a dragon. And you could see how all these myths and legends would, manifest from that one moment point, just from that one incident. And it all could have simply been other travelers, so-called astral travelers, dreamers, or whatever, popping in, also unknowingly, using their powers, tearing shit up, and doing a lot of things that seems amazing to those people. So, how much time I got here, man? All right, got about 10 minutes. I'm going to burn this out real quick. I want to get into homosexuality, right? Check this out. I'm not knocking anybody. People can make their own videos, but I do see a lot of cats, like, they make videos on homosexuality, and they get real deep into it, man. They're like, homos are this, and, homos are that, and gays and dykes and lesbians, and it's against the Bible, it's not against this. Check this out. If you really understand the true nature of reality, homosexuality is just as natural as anything else. In the realm of probabilities and possibilities, why is it so hard to understand that there is realities that people decide to manifest where they have feelings for the same sex? See, this is when you know that people don't really understand the deeper levels of this, because they're basing things on what the Bible says or the Quran. And I mean, if you break it down to just the physical reality only, yes, it's easy to say, all right, yeah, homosexuality is evil, it's wrong because a man and a woman can't, two men can't have a baby, or two women can't have a child. That's unnatural. It goes against the laws of nature, the laws of mind, and all this stuff. But check this out. Yes, that's true, but there is no good or bad. This is, all these morals, and this is wrong, this is good, this is bad. We're living in a realm of infinite fucking possibilities and probabilities. Anything goes. Anything's possible, man. So there's no need to really get mad. Well, whoever wants to go their way, they go their way. Energy is just energy, and it's going to go to whatever direction it wants to, and that's the power that we have. So we can't sit around talking about, I'm a multi-dimensional being of superpower, I could do this, I could do that, and then the moment somebody comes along, if a man comes along and says, yeah, well, I'm gay, and I'm like, oh, he's gay, that goes against the Bible, that goes against everything. And wait a minute, I thought you were a multi-dimensional being of immense power, possibility, and probability, and you have the power to manifest and create anything you want. But now you're sitting here getting stressed out because you're talking about somebody who decides to have sex with the same sex or something. It doesn't matter. Don't get stressed about this stuff, man. People are going to go their way, whatever it is. But it's not even about just going your way. Like I said, we're dealing with a high realm of infinite possibility. So you can't say infinite possibility. I am all that one with the universe. I'm everything and everything that ever existed. I'm everything now, then. And you can't think like that and then turn around and be like, he's gay. That guy's gay. She's a lesbian. Doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense, man. I wonder how many people have crossed over into other realities in the opposite form that they're in and have done things that they're too ashamed to talk about here. I'm not ashamed to talk about it. Because I know what I really am. Yeah, in this reality, I like women. And people say, oh, well, why can't you be gay? It's not about if I want to be gay or not. If I want to be gay, I'll be fucking gay. It doesn't matter. The thing is, I just love women too much in this reality. Now, I know in other realities, I have other probable versions of myself that are gay. More power to them. Hey, why am I not gay in this reality? Someone might ask. Well, it's simple. The same reason one might decide to wear, Converse sneakers only or Nike only. I just want to. That's it. That's just what I like. You don't have to get so deep and metaphysical about every single detail. Some things, everything doesn't have to have a deep metaphysical explanation. Some things just are. It is what it is. He likes women. She likes women. He likes men. That's it. End of story. So, yeah, man, don't get stressed out about it. And, as a consciousness, we adapt to everything. Check this out, right? You can have the most gangster, thugged out motherfucker on the block. Super thug, super gangster. I'll never be gay. Fuck that, I'll kill a motherfucking homo. And all this stuff, right? This cat goes to prison, got 20 to life or whatever. Next thing you know, he's in jail hooking up with other guys. Why? He has to adapt. He had to adapt his consciousness to fit the new reality. The new reality is, I'm going to be in jail for, just say 20 years, 30 years, maybe life. I'm not going to see any women. I'm not going to have access to no women. As much as he tries to deny and fight those urges that are still within us as physical creatures for bonding, sexuality, all these things, right? You can't fight it. So as much as, I've seen this documentary, right? This cat was like a super, I don't know, real murderous, killer, fucking crazy guy, right? He's in jail, and the interview was like, so you have sex with men? He said, yeah, I have sex with men, but you're gay. No, I'm not gay. I'm not gay, but I have sex with men. So it's like, you can see the split, the contradictions, and his whole consciousness is all fucked up because he doesn't want, that word gay has so many negative connotations, even though it used to be a positive word. But now, some cats, they get so negative about it, even in the face of their reality. This guy's having sex with men. He's saying, I'm not gay. I'm definitely not gay. But I do have sex with men, but I'm not gay. So you can see this person's consciousness completely torn within himself, fighting his battle, all because instead of him just going with what's going on and flowing with his energy, he's crossing himself up, battling an inner war that's taking place within himself. So, yeah, man. It doesn't matter, man. I mean, I don't give a fuck what anybody does, man. Just respect me, man. It ain't about that. I'm cool with gay people, transsexuals, new halves. That's the word they use here in Japan, new halves. Just don't give a shit. It doesn't matter, man. It doesn't fucking matter. Go do you. Do what you want to do, man. Don't worry about other people, man. We're all multidimensional beings here, living our lives, making the best. What's the word I'm looking for? Making the best with what we have to work with. It's bad enough we gotta work, pay taxes, go to school, get brainwashed. We got so much other shit to worry about. It's bad enough we gotta go through this whole system of belief. And now we can't even be free enough to fuck who we want to fuck, man. So it's like, damn, leave these cats alone, man. Just leave them alone and shit, man. Me growing up in New York, it's like, people be like, oh, this cat over here is like, oh, this guy's gay. Ooh, he's gay. And back in New York, it's like, who's not gay, man? Because fucking everybody's gay. You go to a gay parade, you see people you didn't even expect. You might even see the biggest gay basher on the block in your company sitting there waving a flag. Woo! So, doesn't matter, man. Leave people alone. Let people do what the fuck they want to do. We're all powerful. And that includes being powerful enough to make the choice to fuck who you want to fuck at the end of the day. Yeah. Now, yeah, man. Still got a few minutes. I'm going to keep burning fire right now. Yo, we're all powerful, right? So, don't be worried about shit, man. Don't be worried about nothing. You see me? I never worry about nothing because it's like, no matter as hard as things get, the illusion of things getting hard, I always remember, I'm a fucking God, man. When I leave this place, I'm going to acquire a kingdom. Fucking kingdom. I'm gonna have a kingdom, and you're gonna have a kingdom. Everybody's gonna have a kingdom if they believe they have a kingdom, and that's the key. It all comes back to belief, man. So all these cats talking about the devil and hell and fire and brimstone and Hades, that's the kingdom they're gonna get, and they're not gonna be the rulers of it because they got this shit is all twisted up, thinking about evil spirits and karma and all these things. But for those of us who realize our power, even if we temporarily manifested that, we're going to come to terms with it real quick and be like, yo, hold up. I'm a multidimensional being. Ain't no way, no pun intended, ain't no way in hell I'm sitting here chilling, getting pitchforked by a little devil, because that doesn't fall into my belief system. And then you just wake up out of that shit and start manifesting. But, yeah, man, when you get to this creative phase, like I talked about in past videos, the power of the creator, there's so many things that I'm not saying I know everything, but I know a lot. But there's a lot of things that you're gonna have to come to terms with, and sexuality falls right within those, this realm of what I'm talking about, because sexuality, race, all those things, you're gonna come face to face with them. And if you're still talking about race and worrying about who's gay and who's not gay, how are you gonna be dealing with some real powerful entities that you're going to meet once you cross over and leave this reality? A lot of them with their own independence, a lot of them through your own creation. But you got to be ready for this stuff because it's coming, man. It's coming. So, when I think, oh man, I don't want to do this shit today. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to do this. Not that I hate work. I love work. I like what I do here. But of course, quite naturally, sometimes I'd rather be on the beach chilling or meditating somewhere on the beach. But in this reality, this is what I got to do for now. And I have my own reasons for doing it. So, let me just finish off with this, right? So yeah, everyone has their own kingdom, and everyone has the power. They're all your own gods, your own kings and queens. And back to that story, just rewind it back real quick. When I went into the whole deal with us manifesting the realities and what that brother put his information down, he was burning in, he tapped into that information. He tapped into that right after he watched my video, my last video. He watched the video, went into a meditation state, boom, and he pulled all that shit out. So that shows you the purpose of these videos. I make a video, one person watches it, boom, it opens up those doors within themselves. What are the reasons for... This is another deep part that I'm going to leave y'all with. Excuse me, see? They don't want me to tell you this stuff. Check this out. There's a reason why we manifest through all these timelines, even now, even while I'm here. We're trying to correct... We're not trying to, but... When you're a multidimensional being, right? And our higher self, the inner self, is so powerful. We have access to present, past, and future simultaneously. So we're able to see things forward and backwards and see the ramifications and the consequences of the things we do. If we follow, there's no such thing as the future. The future is now. But if you think about the future, right? Everything's probabilities. The future can be predictable. No one can predict the future, but it can have a certain outcome if you follow certain lines of predictability. Example, if I keep drinking alcohol every day, 8 hours a day, most likely I'm going to be an alcoholic. Or I'm going to be a crackhead if I'm smoking a pipe all day. But since we have access to all these realms of reality, we manifest ourselves endlessly through different timelines to try to correct certain things that might be a problem and might affect the growth of future consciousness. So we project ourselves into these other realities and we try to give information to those portions of other identities, whether it's ourselves or others, and we try to correct it, set them on a certain path. Because if we see them going down a certain way that's not helpful, so all right, we're going to try to, we can't really interfere, but we're going to go in and try to change the course of that reality by giving them some information. If they pick up on it, that might detour them from leading down this road that looks, like a real unhappy situation. This comes in the idea of the watchers, and you see things, TV puts it all in there, man. So many things, movies and dramas, some of the watchers or the observers from that Friends series where you have characters that come in and they just observe, they don't interfere. Well, that taps back and connects to the speakers and the multidimensional beings that manifest in the realities. We observe, sometimes we do interact and we give useful information, powerful information that could help the people within those official lines of consciousness to detour them down towards other ways that would be more beneficial to their consciousness development. I got to get out of here. But I gave you a lot to meditate on. So yes, you are going into other realities. You are manifesting yourself into other realities. You may be a speaker yourself. That's up to you to meditate on and really go deep within yourself to try to figure it out. But we're here. And we're all over the place. And a speaker could be anyone. A speaker could be the person you least expected to be. So there's all kind of realities being manifest all the time. And even now, when you go to bed and when you meditate, just remember, you are entering other realities, affecting the course, and creating alternate histories from the perspective of those individuals within that official line of consciousness. All right, get back at y'all. Much love, peace, love, and harmony, and take care.